You can use it for free. It's called VAR, V-A-R-A-C, VAR AC. It does the same thing as VeriChat, does more stuff.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that one too, so that's the one actually I was going to try.
I was talking to, what's this call sign, Greg down in Kansas. I think it's WQ0P. I was actually chatting with him one day in 40 meter, middle of the daytime, with my power meter set on 0%.
How cool is that?
KB0 Zealand.
Well, somebody jumped in there.
KB0 Zealand. There he is.
Mr. Ben, how you doing?
Well, I'm here.
Is that all you can try?
About WinLink and Vera there, Ben.
Yeah, okay.
Try and talk Adam into downloading Vera AC.
Well, I don't know. It's an interesting program. I think for handshake modes, it's probably one of the better ones. I don't know. It seems like handshake modes kind of handle the fades a lot better.
Yeah, it has, doesn't it use FAC forward air correction? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I can't remember if that was something to do with the broadcast mode or what. It does have that on there too. And yeah, I think it is forward air corrected because it knows when it doesn't get it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I think we lost John. I sound awesome. Hey, I'm thinking about working on my AD meter voice. What's the difference between AD meter voice and CB voice? Well, I'm supposed to talk like this, ain't I?
You need more echo on there if you want to be a CBer.
You need a Roger beep, don't you?
And a Roger beep.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to ask you about that. Hey, put it on 3982 in the morning. Well, when you hear it, turn it on, leave it on. No, the beep. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wonder how much was that? Did you have to? Was that a kit or did it come assembled? How much was it? That was your antenna money. Hey Ben, I think John should buy 700.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be curious to see what it would actually do. A lot cheaper if somebody else buys it.
I got to dig a hole and put a tower up yet. I didn't get that done last year because of that hailstorm.
Well, I got a 746 Pro.
You fixing that thing or what are you doing with it?
Well, I might fix it. I don't know where I'm going to get it fixed at yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Did you call ICOM?
I haven't yet.
I don't know. I wonder if like one of the contract shops would try it.
I think they'll fix it because that repeater in Kearney got that water in it and it's not supported anymore, but they fixed it for them.
Worst you can do is get told no.
That's true. I was going to contact that one place down in Kansas.
Have a John CB guy fix it.
That I could probably do. He'd probably work on it.
Why don't you sell it to somebody down Hastings?
If he can read his schematics, he could work on it. I might have a look at this President Lincoln here, or this president here, see what's going on with his 10 meter. Cool, yeah. Because this president sounds great, but remember he wasn't getting any output on it. I don't know what's going on with it.
You're going to make me get my old CBs out? Okay, yeah, I know one of them does sideband, but it's only 23 channels. This is the 70s era, I think it's the president.
I think if everybody had vertical antennas, they could almost make it 40 miles on 100-watt sideband if the noise level is down.
You said vertical on sideband?
Well, it could be vertical, horizontal. It just everybody has to be on the same thing.
You talking about 2 meter or something else?
No, 10 meter or CD.
Oh, okay, 10 meter. Okay, I'm tracking now.
Yeah, I was cycling through my automatic gain settings here. It was on slow and it's going to go to fast, and I hit no AGC in between, and turns out strong local signals make a weird screeching sound on this thing.
Here, I turned my AGC to slow. Does it sound any different?
I don't know, he sounded smarter on this end.
I thought it affected, I thought it tapered off the transmit also. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep.
Was that on FM?
Yep.
Yeah, I think 2730 does that. I was playing around the 7100, though I don't think does. It actually will let you cycle through, I think it's 7K, 10K, and 15K on FM.
This is NI0P. I need to go with Ben though and bring this controller over and plug it into 7100, and I'm curious to see how it works with 7100 doing satellite.
Yeah, we could try that sometime. This KB0ZOM.
JMS, by the way, guys, you're coming in S9. It just clears a bell.
Yeah, you guys are too, and I have my gain turned down. I have it so the waterfall is black.
Got mine turned down to nothing here. Adam, you're probably S6, S7 above noise floor.
Hey, Hey, Adam, I'll see if I can, since that's an SDR, software-defined radio, Kate at Left Drum sent me an article one time. It's a pretty good article. It's called DBs from Heaven. It basically tells you how to set your SDR radio.
Cool. Hey, I was at 75%. How about now?
You're still good.
S5.
S5, or did I come up on the S rating?
You're S9 here.
Yeah, your last was S5 here.
Okay. Just kind of curious.
Now you're back to S7.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I got the Mars mod on this, so I was kind of playing with something else earlier.
I can talk to you on different frequencies with that 7200 then, Adam.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this is 50 watts. How's this sound?
I think when you said that, I looked down. It looked like an S7.
I can still hear you pretty good. I didn't see what your signal strength was.
Okay.
S8.
Same here.
25 right here.
S5.
I hear the same here.
10. Right here, 10.
S5.
No, it doesn't make any difference.
Oh, you
I would say it's not as rich, though. It's not as full. I was saying that, Ben, I can still hear him good, but it's not as full, I would say.
Yeah, you went down to like an S3 there.
So, like, a little bit tough.
It's just susceptible a little bit more to fading. I heard a little fade in there when you were talking.
Well, there's back at 25. Apparently, the adage that 20 watts is about all you need on HF might be about right.
Yeah, and how high is your antenna?
Oh, what's that?
You've got your antenna set up for NDIS, right?
Yeah, it's basically, on 80 meters, that's about all it'll do.
It's easier to listen to, though, when it's stronger signal, though.
Very true. Back to 100.
There you go, S9.
There's a little bit of fading here. I think your signal's, I don't know, S7 to maybe a little shy of S9, and Adam's probably S5 to S7. He's up and down a little bit, but easy either way.
Yeah, the band isn't as good as it was last week. Well, I'm not complaining. It's just not quite as rocking.
Adam should have been here 2 years ago and try it.
That bad or that good?
Bad.
I can believe it. That's why I got my General, was because the 25 was supposed to be just so incredible.
I was actually starting to wonder here a few years ago if you might have better luck on average more often running like 2 meter sideband horizontal for the local stuff.
Maybe. Well, you remember what he texted me today? What's his name? Pete down in Kansas there. That's kind of interesting what he said, what he told you and me when they were doing 10 gigahertz. They had better luck with FM than they did sideband.
Yeah, it's because of the, it's the same problem they have with like running Aurora. It like spreads the spectrum or something.
Yeah, I think it does. Oh, Adam, when we're talking about Aurora, we're not talking about Aurora, Nebraska. We're talking about Aurora Borealis.
Oh, okay.
airplane.
Or was it Aurora, Colorado?
Hey, John, you better call Ken on 11 meter and tell him we're on here. Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Hey, Brian, is that Associate Radio? Is that that place in KC you usually go to?
Yeah, it's technically in Overland Park, Kansas, which is a suburb of KC.
Okay, well, I'm going to KC tomorrow. I got a grandson turning 1, so I get to go celebrate that.
Now go buy me some stuff.
And give me some cash.
What's that double digit, John? Me? Okay, let me try here. You said -3 and +3? How's it sound now? One, two, three, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that sounds good right there. I like that.
Yeah, it's probably sharper.
Yeah, I got the snowblower out today, and where I snowblowed, it perfectly cleaned up and it's all dry. Yeah, it's pretty fluffy because I think it was so cold.
Yeah, I ran to town, or to Kearney today to get light or heat bulbs for the goats and what have you. On the way back, it was steaming off the roads.
Where do you buy your bulbs at? Tractor Supply?
Yeah, Tractor Supply. They're sold out on chicks, but they had lots of ducks.
How's your chickens doing, Ben?
Well, right now their water is froze because the heater quit working basically when this cold started.
For those chickens, I have some that are free range right now, and I have some in a run. The ones in the run, I have a 5-gallon bucket heater element, and it's a bucket. That's what I use for water.
Just like an aquarium heater, or what do you got?
No, it's a round bucket heater from Tractor Supply or Orscheln's that I just keep throw in the bucket. It's an old mineral bucket. It's a small mineral bucket, and I just dump water in that, and they drink from that.
You got like nipples on it?
Nope, they just stand on the edge and tip their heads into it.
The heater like something that goes down inside, or what?
Yeah, it's just a 5-gallon bucket heater.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's something that you use for like a horse or like goats or whatever. Yeah, it's just a small heater.
Does it get fairly hot if you let it set, or is it just kind of like regulated to, like 60 or 80 degrees?
Yeah, it's just regulated for just to keep the water thawed. It's like 60, 80 degrees, and it shuts off if it gets to a certain point.
Huh. Yeah, I was kind of interested in trying to find maybe something to replace it. I went down to the store to look for a different one, and they don't have them. They only stock them kind of towards the start of winter. So this one here, I took the bottom cover off. It's just an element that's kind of taped to the bottom of the plastic.
Yeah, they get kind of chintzy on the chicken side of things, so that's why I just use it's a blue a mineral bucket, so it's got slanted sides, kind of thing, and it's one of the old mineral buckets from the goats. And then I just, like I said, dump water in it, and I just keep that element heater thing in there, and it keeps it thawed.
I'm going to have to see if I can find one of those.
You can wait till Adam goes to sleep. He's got one.
Same. And I have one of those actually in the big mineral buckets for my steer over there, and it keeps that thawed too, so it works really well.
Yeah, Brian said I just got to wait till you go to sleep. Which bucket do you have that in again, and where's it at?
It's out back there. If you can get past the big fur rug, you're good to go.
Yeah, okay.
The dog will probably lay down and show his belly so you can pet his belly.
I don't know. That dog seemed awfully friendly. I don't know how he'd be at night, though.
Honestly, he's come after me at night, so yeah, I wouldn't mess with him.
Well, just for the record, I'm not planning any experimentation.
Yeah, because he's over 100 pounds now. He's probably pushing 120, and yeah, he's at my hip.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
There's a reason why I called him the fur rug.
So conundrum here. DX Patrol Mark IV SDR or RSP-1A Play?
Scanner?
No, these are two roughly similar price range, basically DC to daylight SDR receivers.
Hardware? Or like a dongle type thing, or a box like SDR Play, or what?
Yeah, like basically a upgraded dongle. It's a little bigger box, but it still plugs into the computer.
The specs on it and price. I like my SDR Plays. They cost a little bit more, but they're from the UK.
Yeah, getting something non-Chinese would be nice.
Oh, so I bought something on eBay. I'm going to try them. This guy 3D printed some adapters. They have spade lugs on them, but they're an adapter you snap onto an M18 battery. I think the M18 battery, even though it's rated for 18 volts, I think it might put out 24 volts. We'll see how it goes here.
What are you going to power with that?
Well, it prompted me. I was looking at Arden. I was questioning. So I've got that Arden router, and I can't remember how to. I know it can be done. There's a USB port on the side, so I was researching on how to access that USB port if I put an external hard drive on it. In the meantime, I seen this video. A guy built a portable Arden station, and he was powering a lot of it off of an M18 battery.
I use like 24 volt, I forget what they call it, over the cat cable.
The PoE?
PoE.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was powering the POE injector with that battery. So I need to find a DC to DC converter. Yeah, I got a bunch of these M18 batteries. I was just experimenting in a pinch, you know what I mean, just to see what it would do. Yeah, I gotta find a DC-DC converter. This is NI0P.
It's K0JMF.
KB0ZOM.
ANI0P, Brian. Hey, speaking of that, Arjun, I have a friend up in Omaha. He is a IT guy, and that's what he does is those gigahertz shots. They could help us with setting those up if we wanted to.
Yeah, if he wants to help, that's fine. That's what I used to do in the military also. But if you want to come out and play, is he a ham radio operator?
Not yet, but he is seriously thinking about it.
Yeah, they're fun to play with. Arden 2, I have a router here for the ESC in Buffalo County as a spare one I had, but it's already configured to be plugged in there. So Darren has a spare Cat 5 going out to the modem. So he's paying for $100 bucks. He's paying for 100 megabytes a month, but that D-Star repeater only uses about 2 megabytes at a time, so he's got 98 megabytes he's not using. So I put the router and he can use it for other stuff. So I have an extra phone I was going to donate also for a Ham Shack hotline for in there, but I can't request the config or add this phone on the Ham Shack hotline there because I'm not the trustee of the call sign. That's Henry. So we got to have Henry do that or show him how to submit a trouble ticket to get this phone added in Hot Shack or Ham Shack hotline. Jeez. No, I'm playing free cell and trying to talk on the radio at the same time.
I was going to say, what is the sip of the night?
Nothing yet. Sitting in the refrigerator. I got a buffet of beer in there. I got to clear out a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What's that? What, with the super duper twin lead antenna? It's a 16th wave, ain't it?
Can you do 40?
He just needs a 49 to 1 and fed halfway. Just one single wire would be less noticeable.
He tried it on 40 here the other night. We had a little CW practice session.
You did?
Yeah.
You have an ICOM.
Yeah, it died about 7 o'clock the other night. I bet, though, if we all switch to digital, we'll probably make it.
Yeah, you can't group chat, can you, on Bear AC, can you, Ben?
Actually, you can. It's got the broadcast feature. There's no handshaking, though. It's just you send it out there and you either get it or you don't.
Yeah, it's basically UDP.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, here, education for the night. So you have, when you're dealing with ports on the internet, you have UDP and TCP. So the TCP, hold on a second, let me back up. UDP is unidirectional, doesn't care. But there is a way to get bidirectional. So UDP is like a broadcast on the Ethernet when you see UDP when you're setting up ports.
Okay.
And TCP is, so you set up your ports, UDP, TCP. UDP is unidirectional and send a broadcast out. I don't care if I get a reply. The TCP is bidirectional. Hey, here I am, but send a reply back.
Okay. Well, now I know more than I did when I started.
Well, it helps when you're configuring a firewall, like in your router or something at your house.
Well, speaking of that, I need to figure out how to get a WinLink email through on a point-to-point.
You mean from radio to radio, from your station to my station?
No, like not radio to radio, but computer to computer through the internet.
You just do it via Telnet.
Well, yeah, but so far, well, I don't know. I was looking in there. It looks like I got a rotating. I don't know. I kind of wonder. I gotta run the VPN, but it gives me a different. The heck? I can't think. Anyway, different number. I kind of wonder if it would shoot through that, or if I have to turn the VPN off.
Well, lately, a lot of the stuff I've been doing, especially when I was typing up the stuff for that ICS training Darren was talking about, to get to the FEMA ICS portal, I had to shut my VPN off.
Let me, I don't think it made me turn mine off. I can't remember. At least not for the actual training.
So you had your VPN on and could you get to the FEMA site?
Yeah, I can get to the FEMA site.
It wouldn't let me go to the FEMA site.
Which one are you using?
Proton?
Well, I'm using Nord. I kind of want to find one that doesn't scold me when I go to certain sites like Facebook.
What's it doing? Mine don't. Well, I don't go to Facebook, but what's it saying?
Well, it's a surveillance application by people that are way too noisy.
It's where blue hair people hang out.
No, there's like for the Bowie thing, I just went on there just to look at their page, and it tells you that you have to log in if you're running a VPN. It won't even let you go there. But as soon as you turn the VPN off, it lets you go to the public page.
Oh, so I wonder if it's blocking cookies or something on your computer, which is cool. But that's what it's doing, your VPN.
Logging what?
Cookies. They're little tokens on your computer. Don't ask me what the definition. I can look up the definition real quick. Look up the definition of internet cookies.
What, and the VPN won't let it put a cookie on there?
Some VPNs, like mine, I can set it up where it'll block certain stuff and phishing and certain transfer of different things. And plus my firewall, I don't have it set to high security to block a lot of that stuff on my gateway coming into the house with my Ubiquiti.
I don't know, it's a little surprising because,
got a good audio, but I tell you what, it's not just about power. It's these guys.
You and continue on where you're at.
I never seem to have had a problem.
probably got a fresh batch of chocolate chip cookies that just came out of the oven.
I'll be right there.
Yeah, we were. What's that? Oh, incidentally there, John, when Ben and I went to help Adam, we got cookies out there.
Yeah, I might just have to come back out there again just to get more cookies.
She enjoys making those cookies some days, and then there's been a lot of dry spell. She hasn't made cookies since.
I'm sensing a correlation here.
Need to come back out there so she'll make some more.
Yeah, come on, make some more cookies. Except we're going to Kansas City.
Man, you're just kind of going all over the place. You were up in, Iowa or South Dakota the other day, and now you're going south.
Yeah, this time it's grandson's first birthday. He's not going to remember going to be there, but I got to go.
Hey, bring your radio with you and do some Parks on the Air.
Yeah, that's what I figured I was going to do, except I got to stop at that. I don't have a NFED. That's true. Oh, I just got told it's family time.
Yeah, family time at the park.
True, except they are having a winter storm right now.
Yep.
This free cell game up so bad I can't win it. Like a sweep went across it or something? There's a crew that comes on later. Yeah, it's Friday, so they might be at the bar. Hi. Did you text ZYV?
It seems my audio changes.
You tightening your underwear up?
What about underwear?
You said your audio was going to change. I was wondering if you were tightening your underwear up.
That makes it more high-pitched. Usually the lower-pitched stuff goes better on the radio. Does that change anything, or does it sound the same?
I don't know. Any difference?
That's weird. Went from narrow to wide. All right, now I'm listening to everybody on 2.4.
Kansas City, I might thinking about stopping at that ham place. There's a Princeton antennas, end-fed, 6 meters through 80. Thinking about that for Fort POTA.
Is it a half wave or a 9 to 1?
This is end-fed wire antenna. Let me look at it here.
I bet the 9 to 1 don't get it if you want to deal with RFI.
It doesn't say.
Go ahead, Ben. What were you saying?
Well, you must have stepped on somebody. Oh, I was saying, I got the C filter on this end set to 2.4. Yeah, I'll have to look.
Hey, what's the part number on that antenna, Adam?
Well, its model is EF53. It's Princeton antennas. Hold on.
It's probably a 9 to 1. I'm guessing because 53 foot long is 6 to 80 meter. So it's probably not an end-fed half wave. It's not a half wave, of course, but I would try to find an end-fed half wave.
Okay, well, that's not what it was. Okay. I was just looking.
Antennas.com.
Okie dokie.
It does.
So you have a dipole.
Make sure you have a good choke, though. I've had problems with RFI coming back down the coax, so. Which radio are you going to use? 7300, Adam?
Yeah, that's the only one I have right now.
You got a battery?
Well, I need to get one. I have a small 6 amp hour right now.
Get you a 300 amp hour. 300. Go big. Don't look at the price, just buy it.
Yeah, I already know what a 100 amp hour is. Oh my God.
Was that going to be like golf cart POTA?
I might as well hook it up to the truck.
Which you can do, by the way. Get some alligator clips and put some cable on it with some power poles, you're good to go.
Yeah, I already have the Armada set up. I could do that.
Here's a 300 amp hour by Eno. It's $2,600.
Ouch.
Don't get an Apache case. I found out the hard way. Mine works too until the latch comes open and everything ends up on the ground. It was in the airport, the TWA baggage handlers, haha. It works if you bring a zip tie with you and zip tie it shut. Pelicans are nice, they're expensive, but look at the Nanook cases. And don't buy them from DX Engineering. Yeah, I think I told you, Adam, Nanook, I think, has a military discount. Buy it directly from them. It's cheaper than DX Engineering.
All right, I can look at that.
I'm trying to look up what size you might need.
Oh, I can't remember. I measured it earlier today.
Oh, here was a 7300 kit it's $2,200 from DX Engineering, but it comes with a antenna, coax, foot switch, headphones, power supply, and a case. Try to see what antenna they're using.
Yeah, I was looking at those starter kits they had there for old Todd over here in Holdridge. And some of that stuff is like, ouch. Yeah, that's what I was noticing.
Oh, it's a Buckmaster OCF. They work, but there's better antennas.
Well, there's a 20 by 14 by 8 for $180.
So DX Engineering's using the Nanook 950 in their little package. I'm gonna look it up here real quick. It's got wheels and a handle. Might be an overkill, but it's a nice double latched case.
Listen to the 940.
I have an old Pelican downstairs, but I have to figure out a way to secure it.
Or you could just buy one of those El Cheapo TR USBXs for the same price as a new case and run that. Beep.
Well, they shouldn't be sitting here eavesdropping on us. Seriously.
What size of Nanook do you think, Ben? Here's one. I don't know. Is the 930 big enough, you think?
Well, it's kind of getting in the general vicinity. I think this radio is like 12 by 12 by however tall it is.
You're going to make me get up and get the ruler out.
Well, I'm not going to get up. Well, the 930 is 18, interior is 18 by 13 by 6 and 0.9.
I'd say that'd be only probably work, but be all tight.
Tall.
What's that, Adam?
It's only like 5 inches tall.
If you drive over it first, it'd probably fit in a smaller case. You know, why don't they have a pre-beep instead of just a post-beep? Well, heck, you're better off going with this bigger case. The 933 is 185.
That was me.
Okay, Adam's got a better beep than you do. Somebody stepped on somebody.
Well, I suppose it's time. K0JMF.
0P, it's limited lifetime warranty, free shipping on all orders. I'm trying to look up the military discount.
KB001. Oh, I forgot. Beep.
Sounds like the beep when they're recording you on the phone.
Sounds like we're running out of power.
I think I wanted the next size smaller, and it did fit, but it was a little too tight.
Yeah, I just looked at mine, 4800. The other thing I don't really like about the Apache is that foam is not very durable. I've had mine in and out a bunch of times and it's starting to fall apart. I can't find the code. I knew they have military discount. You have to call them there, Adam.
Okay. Well, comes to a pinch. I could use the Apache for a short talk.
Ooh, that's an idea. Maybe I can sell you my Apache so I can go buy it and then 55%. Okay, 75%. What's that all about? Ben, what's about foam and Christmas packages?
Yeah, foam and Christmas packages don't go together.
What happened?
Well, there's a little tiny box inside of a larger box, and then there's, I can't remember, like layers of foam and duct tape in between.
Is that what your brother did to you for Christmas?
created a torture session. Yeah, it'll actually fit in a 3800 case, but only just fit the mic and the cords, but it's tight.
Wires open it up. We custom made foam for the radio.
You all walked on each other.
So you just use get an empty case and then put your radio in there and spray foam it in there, shut the lid, and they'll make a custom foam insert for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like my luck.
Oh, and you can get the Apache cases now in desert tan, so you can feel like you're back in Iraq there, Adam.
Oh, yeah, this summer I'll be feeling like I'm back there.
Durka, Durka.
Durka, Durka.
As they said, Aloha snack bar.
All the damn time.
Oh, the fudge bar.
You said snack bar. Hey, it's a dialect.
All I know it was annoying.
Called a prayer in the middle of the night. Oh, yeah.
Middle of the night? This is always like in the afternoon.
No, it depends. They would sometimes have in the middle of the night. I don't know if I don't remember. Maybe that was just during Ramadan.
I remember rolling into a village and that stupid speaker, that thing went off, and we scooped the guy up. The guys in the CIA took him for a while, and they let him go because they didn't have enough probable cause to keep him.
Meaning he was probably an informant and they just did that for show to not burn his cover.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what they told us. That they didn't have probable cause to keep him, and I was pissed.
Did they hold the little blinky red light in front of you?
They must have, because, well, that's what they said, and because he was the one yelling that the Americans are here over the loudspeaker.
How come I'm seeing two different streams on your live stream there, John? Yeah, it looks like it goes from, well, like almost the top 25 kilohertz of the band. No, I'm just talking about the, what the heck is it? The rest of it down below there. No, like down below you can actually see the next stream down. Yeah, because the actual scale markings on there looks like it covers a whole lot more than just the bandwidth we're on. So how's that work with, is it like tapping into the IF somewhere? It doesn't look like like it changed from this end.
Looks like he's splattering a lot.
Oh, there he goes.
Live chat.
Now looks like you're covering the top 50 kilohertz. How wide does it go? Or do you simultaneously? Well, could you monitor like the top of 40 and the top of 80 at the same time? So how wide does it go? So how wide does it go? Does it have like that? Is it like a drop down menu and is it like got a limit on it? Where are you changing on the radio? No, that's just displaying. Oh, okay. So it'll actually display a full megahertz then.
I'm sitting here just reading an email from Marianne and the K4C Club. A bunch of people went over there, helped her. An H2A, WA3RWP, Sparky, Patty, and a bunch of them went over there with a tennis shooter, and they helped her daughter and her get an antenna up in her yard, so they have an antenna now on HF. They do that a lot. I miss that club because they, somebody needs help with an antenna and you got 100 people show up, it'll cost them some donuts, so.
And I'm still here. I was just giving the other Adam a hard time.
What'd you talk to him on? Or you text him or what?
Yeah, I texted him. I said he needs to get on 80.
The Interstate 80?
No, on 80 meters. He says he needs more trees.
Tell him to put his ghillie suit on and go out there and put it up.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, you could probably listen to us.
I don't know. I said he had some noise there, I thought. I didn't hear it.
I didn't either.
You I bet he could get on 80 if he put a coil right at the somewhere on his long wire there.
What are you saying? Load it up with a coil, make it an improvised one?
Yeah, because I did try running it's like a really squashed vertical loop one time with a coil in the center, and it does help.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a coil one time. I need to figure out how to make them, though. You remember that big ass antenna that you helped me build at Cheyenne, Ben?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about building some coils for that. Do you think it'd affect it too much if we put coils on it to shorten it up and not make it so big?
Well, the other thing I think it does is it'd make it, if you're trying to run without a tenor, make it more narrow banded.
Oh, it would be narrow? I don't want to do that on 80.
Might be a way to linear load it, but I don't know too much about that.
I need a piece of ground like Adam's got so I can at least put that up at my house. That thing's huge. I guess if we put a mast in John's backyard, we can put it over his house and have each leg cover his house. Yeah, I don't know about those. I thought about getting one, but I looked at one. KLF just put one up, the Urban Beam, and I don't know if it actually. I've heard multiple people in the ice and wind, like up here, they're not very durable. Yeah, of course, Jerome says this is the greatest thing, but I don't know. The Urban Beam, that's kind of a compromise. If you're gonna go that big, just get the, the big super duper one.
Figure out how this one works that I have.
What's that?
I said I got a field day for everybody. We can figure out how to put this one together I have.
What?
I have a big old beam over here that it's been torn apart. I have to replace one of the elements on it, but I have no idea how it goes together.
We can help you with that. I got a beam I got to fix here. I've got two of them actually. Actually, one of them we can fix it and give it to you. It's a 6-meter beam.
Well, that sounds cool. Yeah, no, this one's like a 20-meter beam.
You got coils on it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was a big old beam. It was just knocked down. It's part of that tower.
The coils stay dry?
I don't know. You'll have to look at it. It's sitting out here over there by the Farrowing hut.
Just come to think of it, I got a tri-band 10, 15, and 20-meter beam, but it's not down here.
I can put it up at my house.
Well, you gotta have a tower first.
I got a tower. There's no problem. It's not up.
Well, that's not gonna do any good.
Hey, Ben, I forgot to ask you. So, it's kind of scratchy between you and me on 2-meter FM. Did we try on D-Star Simplex? Did that make any difference?
Well, we didn't.
I thought it was going to make a difference because it's narrow banded.
Oh, the other thing is I didn't try it with filtering narrowed up.
Can you go to Vive 2 D-Star? Or no, you're using that radio right now, right? Or you got the other one hooked up?
I was just looking to see if it is hooked up.
Hey, John, did you get your tracking number on your antenna? Oh, here's a dumb thing. Give the money to Adam, have him pick it up at, whatchamacallit, Associated for you so you don't have to pay that stupid shipping charge that DX Engineering charges now. I'm I'm looking right now. What's the part number? You brought it up, and I'm curious to see if it works. Adam, did you send your rebate in? Isn't there a rebate on the 7300 right now?
Yes, there is a $100 mail-in rebate.
Send it in?
I have not yet. Thank you. I need to do that.
Oh, by the way, yeah, it is hooked up. I just flipped it on 5.2.
5.2 DV?
Can be.
I'm there. Wah, wah. Yeah, hold on a second. I think I just heard Ben. Hold on.
Oh, wait, I got to actually point your direction. Just about. It's about 20 foot in the air.
I guess he didn't hear me.
Yeah, it's not like we're sitting here talking all the time. Atlanta, that's hard on the ears. Okay, thank you. I haven't had to turn it on yet. I do have a sensor going. Yeah, it was, I don't remember which, I think it was the 7200 was picking it up, but this one's not picking it up.
Yeah, well, that actually worked.
Yeah, it's cool because digital you either have it or you don't. You're, of course, perfect, no static and D-Star. I got you on FM and you were loud there also, but I also had to deal with the static on, the FM side.
Yeah, there's just like I said, just a touch of crackle on this end.
Hey, Adam, put is your 4100 in the house or in the vehicle?
No, I got it right here in front of me.
Can you put on 5.2 and go into DV mode and give a call out and see if we can hear you?
Okay, hold on.
It's a good radio. It's a D-Star, and you can do simplex, and it's narrow banded, so.
Yeah, I'm going to head over to 40 meters for just a bit to see if I can hear Adam.
Okay, NI0P.
0ZM, he's going to try some CW here.
Which sideband? 2 meter?
I just called out on National Call.
On 5.2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I didn't hear you. Hey, John, were you talking about sideband 2 meter? can try it. What frequency? I'm going to get a bottle of water. I'll be right back, NI0P.
K0JMS. I agree. I'm enjoying it a lot more, and I did play a little bit in CB bands there the other day. Roger. I was listening. That was. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, it's I'll have to get up there. I was when I had the Zygu, I was listening to some shortwave.
Did you get rid of the Zygu?
Yeah, when I had the Zygu up and running before I sold it, I was listening to shortwave.
Oh, you did sell it. Did Ben say what frequency he's going to? Because I can listen to him. I have dual watch on the radio here, so I can listen to him and be on this frequency at the same time. No, disregard then. I thought he was going sideband. Old man mode. Well, it kind of PO'd me. I did CW Academy a couple years ago, but I wanted to retake it again. And I tried to get a hold this time, and I didn't hear nothing from him. And then I sent him an email saying, what's the deal here? And they said, we sent you an email on this day, and I went back and looked and didn't see it, so they weren't very helpful. I'm going to get the Sam
from Bogey 0AH. Well, not too bad. Heard you guys in there, so I sat down, popped a bowl of popcorn, and got a glass of water, and figured I'd drop in and say hi.
Hey, Mark, ask John about his new device he's got on. Hey, Mark, ask John about his new device on his radio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got Icon 7100 here and a ALS 600 into an off-center fed dipole, so that's what I'm running on this end. Oh, okay. Well, I'll kill the horsepower and see what happens. Running about 40 watts.
Hey, you got your box hooked into your radio there, John? Hey, Mark, give John a radio check and see what he's got hooked up to the radio.
Okay, WD0AH. Go ahead, John. Oh, okay. Well, they're Or you can have an echo box, that's even worse. There you go, just like P25. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard Adam talk a couple times on the net. Haven't had a chance to meet him, but just FYI, next Saturday, week from tomorrow, we're going to have the Central Basketball Trio Club meeting in Grand Island at Valentino's at noon. So if you guys want to come up for some action and eyeballs and all that good stuff, you're more than welcome.
Adam, you gonna go?
Yeah, I might go this year. I've heard a lot about it.
John's buddy will be there. One from Grand Island. Mr. Important.
I'm used to it. I've only been doing this for, oh God, since about 76 or 77, and my dad did it for all my life, so I'm used to it. I've heard stories about that. It gets really bad there.
Send that YouTube channel to Mark so he can watch it. Do you remember the name of it, John? There's a guy, Mark, on YouTube that records the old grumpy guys fighting on the, I think it's 80 meter, and then he puts it on YouTube.
I heard one, there was a call, and those guys, when they first changed the general class license over, that you didn't have to have a first class radio telephone license, and this guy says, I don't want to talk to anybody, you know, he had a big long list, and he absolutely wouldn't talk to anybody unless they had a first class radio telephone, so it was quite a scenario. Okay, I'll have to do that. I'm sure it's entertaining. You can get just normal entertainment, much less somebody that really goes at it. Well, you know what? I've got better things to do with my life. I enjoy visiting. Well, you know, as the old saying goes, you spend the first 30 years of your life tearing your body up, and you spend the last 30 years trying to get it back into some semblance of normalcy. Well, unfortunately, my right shoulder, this was surgery number 5, due to various incidents and accidents or whatever, so what it boils down to is I basically have no rotator cuff. It's totally shredded, and they're trying an experimental surgery on it where they put in they call it a suprachromial pouch, and they put it in above the joint, and it slowly dissolves. So that gives the shoulder time to build up the supporting muscles, and then scar tissue fills in so that your shoulder joint doesn't flop around. And this will give you some movement, and otherwise I'd have to go to a shoulder reversal where they exchange the ball off of the humerus and put it on the shoulder, and then the shoulder sockets attached. But the problem with that is you're limited to 25 pounds lift rating for the rest of your life. So the doc totally agreed with me that, yeah, you're probably not going to be able to hold to that standard. So far so good. They operated on December 1st, and about 2/3 of the way or so through physical therapy, it's finally starting to move a little bit. I couldn't sleep in bed for quite a while, but I'm finally getting to that point thing. I should lay on my back. So slow but sure, it's coming. This is WD0AH. Well, it's just better known as either being a heavy-duty mechanic, and I tore it up twice. I used to be a firefighter EMT for Lincoln Fire Rescue, and when I really tore it up big time was we had a 400-pound heart attack patient on a backboard, and needless to say, going down a bunch of steps there to drop the patient, but I tore up my body pretty good. I was off for a year and had 3 different surgeries, so one of them deals.
Like a cattle prod?
The unfortunate part is a lot of times you can't. But, oh well, it is what it is. That's why they have retirement age of 55 for firefighters, because of that. Yep, QSL on the carcinogens. It used to be back in the old days that you were a real stud if you had dirtiest, smokiest, nasty bunker gear, and all you're doing is contaminating the whole area where you store it. So a whole different thought process about getting it cleaned and having a spare set of bunker gear to put on during the time it's getting cleaned. So whole different thought process. Yep, QSL, and plus, in this day and age, depending, like we've got Highway 81 and Highway 92 and a couple of railroads, and, you don't know what you're going to run across on a call.
Hey, John. A mom and their daughter that I was talking about earlier, they sent pictures out. They put up their guys went over help them put up an antenna day. Look up Solana got a vanity call sign. She's only 12 years old. She passed her ham radio test when she was 9, but her webpage is N4SOL. Got a bunch of pictures of the people I know in Williamsburg. Yeah, most of those pictures are from the K4C club. What are you doing summer field day, Mark?
Yep, I'm gonna do it here at Home QTH with the Blue Valley Club again.
You guys need to leave there. You need to go. Don't you have a park nearby?
Yeah, but the nice thing about it, when your clientele is 60 years old, the idea of putting up towers and antennas, it's a whole lot nicer to have an air-conditioned garage with already erected towers and run double glass.
You get some younger people.
That's like pulling a hen's teeth.
We always have a field day out here, and all the old people show up. I never see them key a radio.
Well, we have that they'll talk on them, but it's just everybody shows up on Saturday, drags all the stuff out, and they end up putting it all away on Sunday, so we kind of cured that problem.
We haven't figured out we're going to have ours this year. We had it at Buffalo County Recreation Area in Ravenna last year, so we haven't made a decision yet this year.
Okay, QSL, yeah. I think we got some folks might sneak out because we got some folks from the Pawnee Club in Columbus and Blue Valley Club and maybe a few stragglers here and there might come out. So it's enjoyable.
I wonder where we should have ours. Hey, Adam, you still on here?
Yeah, K0JMF, yeah, I am.
This is NI0P. What's your suggestion for field day? Should we have it at Windmill or Fort Kearney or what? Windmill would probably be quieter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Windmill would be quieter. Fort Kearney is a little, I don't know why, but there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, because it's not very far.
N0 RZY.
Hey, this is NI0P. Welcome.
Good evening, guys. WD0AH.
I'm Mark.
Adam's in here too. K0JMF is also in here.
I just heard that funk part, and I got to thinking, and I heard a call a little bit ago. Were you born and raised around there, Adam? No, I'm a Navy brat that joined the Army, so I've lived all over God and creation.
I hear you. Our daughter-in-law was raised halfway between Funk and Axtell, and then out south there about, well, I don't know what it is, 4 mile or so. There's a church out there in the country also.
Okay, yeah, I'm north of Funk. There's a church about, let's see, what, 2.5 miles south of me here.
Well, I'd heard the Funk part earlier, and I thought I got to look him up, see who he is. I think I've looked you up on QRZ before, but never did get a chance to talk to you and see if you're from that area or what. N0 RZY from Paxton. Good evening, guys.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Boy, I would like that. I horsed around with my audio here, half hour ago or so, wondering if I was strong enough.
You didn't come up, John, part of that search engine there. I didn't. It come up John Schneider. Oh, once I did the live thing, it came up. above old school hip hop mix, black hip hop music.
What rig are you running, Mark?
I've got a U2, the FT950.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't for sure, so. Nope, sounds good. I'm running 40 watts, so it's making this Paxton anyway.
Oh, yeah. No, you're coming in well here. I've got to be honest with you, Mark. I have the same amp that you do, and it went south on me the day before yesterday in the morning.
Well, that stinks. You got the 600 or the 1306? I got one each.
Oh, yeah, the 600.
Okay, yep. This is my in-house station, and I've got the one, the man cave, and that's got the U2 3000 and 1306, and that one goes to the high tower.
I didn't get quite copy where to look at on YouTube, so I typed in black hip hop or whatever, but of course it's the main one and then goes downhill. Okay, I've got John, and then do you want a space, SCH?
Well, gentlemen, I hate to do it to you, but this old man's going to turn into a pumpkin.
You getting old there, Adam?
Yes, sir. I'm older than you.
Yep, good luck, Adam. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as I come by Wood River tomorrow, I'll be hollering at you.
Don't holler too loud. Don't wake me up.
Take care, Adam. 73. Have a good evening from the Holy.
Have a good evening, Adam, and Zero RZY.
Somebody splattered on top of us there.
Oh, I heard it.
Sorry, that was me. I bumped my vehicle. I looked down. It was on 84.
Oh, Ben's back. A couple more people in here, Ben.
All right. Yeah, this KB0ZOM, Ben over at Hastings.
Good evening, Ben, and Zero RZY, Paxton.
Good evening, Ben from the WD0AH.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen. Yeah, I think I've definitely met Mark, and I've heard the Paxton station in on the 80-meter net in the morning before.
Someone there, I don't know which one it was talking about your equalizer. I've got one also, but I'm not too sure how to get her set about right. Right. Mine's the exact same thing except 8-band rather than 10. Roger, Roger. I never know how I'm sounding. I'm not good at figuring out what it sounds like. So I was lucky enough one evening a fellow listened and he liked it. Next morning everyone, or not everyone, but a few didn't like it at all, so I unhooked it. I listened to a group of fellows from down in Missouri. Well, listen, I visit with them in the evening, and I'm not kidding you. I'm sure they're using the same thing, but I really like it.
Yep, QSL, I got one. Okay, and that is made by... Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard a lot about those and really good reports. Oh, definitely. But, yeah, the 7300's kind of like a small block Chevy. They made a billion of them, and they're, you know, a good piece of equipment.
Does that have a tuner in it, John? No, the Mercury.
I'm going to maybe hook this equalizer up if I could in here in a minute. Talk to you. If it's awful, you just got to say so and I'll get it unhooked.
Got rid of the beeper.
John's scared. Maybe we'll get the Mercury Lux. What's the difference?
I'm still waiting to get off of the waiting list. I've been on it since May of last year.
Oh, which one?
It's for the single banger.
Is it, it does have the control cable, right? Does 7300 control the amp? Like cat control?
My 7100's got plug-in amp control, so I would assume a 73 would.
Yeah, I was just wondering about the amplifier. I'm sure it's band switches, right, John? Oh, that's the one I need then.
Well, guys, I'm gonna cash it in and get ready. Looks like get some shut eye so I can be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the vintage net Farmall Heat-Cut Hot Water 12 up. That's the radio my dad built back in about 1965. So, gonna go play at the tubes in the morning. So we'll say 73's guys. Been nice to visit with you and have a good evening. We'll get you down the trail. Maybe we'll see you next Saturday or week from Saturday. This is WD0AH.
Yep, see you, Mark, NI0P.
Yeah, have a good night, Mark. This KB0ZOM.
So with the Mercury, John, your control cable, I know it keys it and everything. It does band switching. It's all automated and everything. Well, I wired the ham shack here for 220 when I remodeled it a year ago.
Can anyone understand me?
Move it overdriven, maybe?
I'm going to take off again. I might be gone for that. Adam's got his radio tuned up on the bottom channel on 60 meters, so I'm going to go head down there and see if I can hear him. This KB0ZOM.
Okay, Ben, see you later, NI0P.
You're saying it's got some echo in it?
Well, it sounds better now than it did earlier.
And how does it compare to the way it was before? Alright, there's a little less bass and a little more treble. That I kind of tuned just to go. This is what I need. If I can, I hate to take up your time, but someone to listen and tell me what I need to do.
I think that sounds pretty good right there.
To find that, I went to John Space SCH, but I'm not finding it. I kept hoping I would. Did he hear me before I hooked this thing up? I was just curious if it's better or worse, if it's strong enough.
I think it's better. What kind of microphone you running, Mark?
It's just a lazy desk mic.
Does it have a dead cat on it?
Does it have what?
A fuzzy on it, like a cover, like a foam or a dead cat or something on it?
No, it's kind of got a screen on the front of it, you know.
Okay, some of the, I hear a little bit of odd pop, but I think that's just the wind, you know, from your voice there. So if you had a fuzzy on it or a foam, it might make a difference.
Well, and I'm going to back away from it a little bit. I have a bad habit of sneaking in. I would give about anything. I don't know how, if you wanted to send me that spot on YouTube. Roger. November 0, Romeo Zulu Yankee. You bet. No, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, John, I'd probably have to get the Lux to keep the, because my 7610 is networkable, and sometimes I run it remote. What'd you do to your phone?
I could give you a better email to send that to, unless you've already sent it. Well, it will be my last name, Lammers, and then my first initial, M, and my middle initial, K, as in kilo, at gmail.com. Roger.
Okay, I'm reading this, John, here. It looks like I need two cables. I need the PTT cable, I guess, and then data cable. Yeah, it says it's rated for 1500 watts CW and sideband, but only 800 on digital. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's actually the Cortex M7, which is like a cell phone processor in it. Oh yeah, it's a touchscreen too. I wish they had a rack mount. They don't make a rack mount to put in a 19U rack, do they? Well, guys, I better leave here. I'm gonna go take a shower and hit the hay here. This is NI0P.
Have a good evening, Brian.
Yep, see you, Mark. See you, John. Have a good night. 73 NI0P.
Yeah, for 31 years. Roger, roger. Very, very possible. Yeah, I was 20 years in operations in the control room for a great majority of those, and then my last 11 years safety lead for a gentleman. Steve? I know Steve very well. You know, yeah, I think I might have been at a conference there in Kearney. Were you there? Have your audio with your amp on, does it make a big difference on that equalizer, or have you tried that? Roger, roger. Oh, sounds wonderful. Oh, still sounds wonderful. I still don't have that darned email. I don't know. I'm anxious to hear that. See if do you think the audio is strong enough? Do I need to pick it up a little, or bass is about right, treble's about right? Yes, sir. Found it. Okay, I'll listen to this, or get it up, I should say. was on my crew, you know, as a unit operator. She was on my crew for a long time there when I was in operations. Right. Took my headset off to work it here. I've got this up now, so I'll be off here for just a second listening. Alright, I've finally got it up on my screen here now, and I'll talk a few minutes here, a few minutes, for a little bit where we can hear what it sounds like. Okay. Still on here? Care for it. I say I usually enjoy just a little bit more bass, but I don't want to make it to where other people don't enjoy it, you know? You've got an excellent signal. Of course, I mean, audio is, I don't think you could improve on it. It's wonderful. You bet. It sounds good here. I'm just curious if mine, if it's strong enough, that enough coming through strong. Roger. Yeah, that's 950 does the exact same thing. I'll back my mic gain down on the radio just to scope here. You, let me know if you think they're backed it down quite a bit. Make much of a difference. Much more. I'm showing about, I would guess, a little over 100 watts. And my audio seems strong enough to you yet? That's just keyed up without me talking for a little bit, but didn't hear much in the background now. Right. I moved my mic away from the fan just a person could hear. I don't know if that helps a little. I bumped up the mic gain on the equalizer just an iota. I don't know if that helped, made it worse, or any difference at all. I'll take these headphones off again and listen on the YouTube if I could in 0 or ZY. Well, be honest with you, it seems like it takes quite a while for me to receive it. And I don't want to tie you up all evening. Might be just you and I on here now. I don't want to horse your evening up either. But I appreciate your help, and I'll probably leave this hooked up. I don't know if anyone will know any difference if it is or is not, you know, so. And your call again, if you could give that to me. And name? Yep. I thought that was correct, John, in Hastings. Well, hey, I appreciate this and you helping me out with this because I really think they're a pretty handy thing to have. It took a while to get the darn thing, get it shipped, you know, but I've just not had it hooked up since I had a couple complaints. People didn't like it. I agree, John. Hey, I appreciate your help again. And if you text Steve-O, I always call him Steve-O, you know. But say hi to him. I'll do the same. I used to text him an awful lot. But I'll let him know I visited with you. Well, I'm glad, and I do for him. He's a good one, good family, and I enjoyed him working with us, sir. So, John, have a great evening. I appreciate it again, and I'll visit with you probably tomorrow sometime through this. Are you working tomorrow? Understood, yeah. I'll send you mine back, you know, from what you sent. Send me yours, and I'll get you. I may have you in my phone already. I don't know. From our visit there in Kearney, you know. But appreciate it again, and have a great evening, John. And 0WJS and 0RGY.